Alrighty, everyone. Welcome back to our bite-sized Bible reading for today. This is November 18th of 2025, and today we are on 1 Kings chapter 6. The title for this is The House Solomon Built for Yahweh. Let's go ahead and read. Now it happened in the 418th year after the sons of Israel came out of the land of Egypt, in the 4th year of Solomon's reign over Israel, in the month of Ziv, which is the second month, that he began to build the house of Yahweh. As for the house which King Solomon built for Yahweh, its length was 60 cubits, and its width 20 cubits, and its height 30 cubits. And the porch in front of the nave of the house was 20 cubits in length, corresponding to the width of the house, and its depth along the front of the house was 10 cubits. Also for the house he made windows and artistic frames. And he built against the wall of the house stories encompassing the walls of the house around both the nave and the inner sanctuary. Thus he made side chambers all around. The lowest story was 5 cubits wide, and the middle was 6 cubits wide, and the third was 7 cubits wide. For on the outside he made offsets in the wall of the house, all around, in order that the beams would not be inserted in the walls of the house. The house, while it was being built, was built of stone, prepared at the quarry, and there was neither hammer nor axe nor any iron tool heard in the house while it was being built. The doorway for the lowest side chamber was on the right side of the house, and they would go up by winding stairs to the middle of the story, and from the middle to the third. So he built the house and completed it, and he handled the house with beams and planks of cedar. He also built stories against the whole house, each 5 cubits high, and they were fastened to the house with timbers of cedar. And the word of Yahweh came to Solomon, saying, "Concerning this house which you are building, if you will walk in my statutes and do my judgments and keep all my commandments by walking in them, then I will establish my word with you, which I spoke to David your father. And I will dwell among the sons of Israel, and will not forsake my people Israel." So Solomon built the house and completed it. Then he built the walls of the house on the inside with boards of cedar. From the floor of the house to the ceiling he overlaid the walls on the inside with wood, and he overlaid the floor of the house with boards of cypress. And he built 20 cubits on the rear part of the house with boards of cedar from the floor to the ceiling. He built them for it on the inside as the inner sanctuary, as the Holy of Holies. And the house, that is, the nave in front of the inner sanctuary, was 40 cubits long. And there was cedar on the house within, carved in the shape of gourds and open flowers. All was cedar. There was no stone seen. Then he prepared an inner sanctuary within the house in order to place the Ark of the Covenant of Yahweh. Now the inner sanctuary was 20 cubits in length, 20 cubits in width, and 20 cubits in height, and he overlaid it with pure gold. He also overlaid the altar with cedar. So Solomon overlaid the inside of the house with pure gold, and he drew chains of gold across the front of the inner sanctuary, and he overlaid it with gold. So he overlaid the whole house with gold, until all the house was finished. Also the whole altar which was by the inner sanctuary he overlaid with gold. Also in the inner sanctuary he made 2 cherubim of olive wood, each 10 cubits high. And 5 cubits was the one wing of the cherub, and 5 cubits of the other wing of the cherub. From the end of one wing to the end of the other wing were 10 cubits. The other cherub was also 10 cubits. Both cherubim were of the same measure and the same form. The height of the cherub was 10 cubits high, and so was the other cherub. And he put the cherubim in the midst of the inner house, and the wings of the cherubim were spread out, so that the wing of the one was touching the one wall, and the wing of the other cherub was touching the other wall. And their wings were touching each other in the center of the house. He also overlaid the cherubim with gold. Then he carved all the walls of the house round about it with carved engravings of cherubim, palm trees, and open flowers from within the inner and outer sanctuaries. And he overlaid the floor of the house with gold in the inner and outer sanctuaries. For the entrance of the inner sanctuary he made doorposts made doors of olive wood in the lintel and the five-sided doorposts. So he made 2 doors of olive wood, and he carved on them carvings of cherubim, palm trees, and open flowers, and overlaid them with gold. And he spread the gold on the cherubim and on the palm trees. So also he made for the entrance of the nave 4-sided doorposts of olive wood, and 2 doorposts of cypress wood. The 2 leaves of the one door turned on pivots, and the 2 leaves of the other turned on pivots. And he carved on it cherubim, palm trees, and open flowers, and he overlaid them with gold, evenly applied on the engraved work. And he built the inner court with 3 rows of cut stone and a row of cedar beams. In the fourth year, the foundation of the house of Yahweh was laid, and in the month of Ziv. Now in the 11th year, in the month of Bual, which is the 8th month, the house was completed throughout all of its parts, and according to all his plans. So he built it in 7 years. Alrighty, everyone, I just have on my summary here, Solomon builds God's temple with precision. I know that was a lot. I would encourage you, like I had to myself, to really get an illustration of this. Look up an image of what the temple looked like when it's talking about the inner and outer house. It's very interesting to see. Also, look up the significance of the cherubim and the palm trees and those flowers. It's quite an interesting thing to look into if you have time and would like to. But my main takeaway from this is just seeing the reverence and the detail, attention to detail, that Solomon was using here. He was doing that because he knows this is going to be the house for the most holy being to ever exist, the God that we all worship, Yahweh. And thus, the house that he was creating must be done with a serious level of reverence. All right, thanks a lot, everyone, and I will hopefully hear from you soon. Bye.